Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the number one source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I'm your host. Folks, we all know. Well, if you don't know, you will know now that the leaked article from the Trump administration that we've been sharing in the Goldilocks room, which says currency revaluation is likely to be a priority of the second Trump administration, due large in part to the overvalued dollar and the trade deficit, and it will come from weakening the dollar. So, folks, currency revaluation is the priority of the Trump administration. How? Through trade. Which is through what? These tariffs. Now, let's jump right into what Goldilocks is sharing today from the White House that will affect currency exchange rates. So for those of you who remember when President Trump was elected, his first week in office, he signed an executive order regarding digital assets that he wanted his working group to come up with the digital asset regulations, which a few months after that, we have the Digital Clarity Act, the Crypto Clarity Act, and the Genius Act. Digital asset regulations now in force. Also, this large in part has to do with the strengthening of foreign currencies. President Trump came up with this working group called the President's Working Group on these digital assets. The recommendations, particularly those related to stablecoins, market structure, and cross-border frameworks, are poised to significantly impact foreign currency exchange rates. What Goldilocks does is shares some recommendations that could influence currency exchange rates. Number one, strengthening the role of the US dollar-backed stable coins. Why is that going to be so important? Because the US dollar is going to get weaker. We need something is getting weaker. So stable coins will continue to provide its strength and stability in its new value, new rate. Oh, you thought the RV was just foreign currencies. Folks, the US dollar will also be revalued. But no, see, many have the impression that revalued means a rate automatically going up. That will not happen to the US dollar. For the most part, yes, it will happen to foreign currencies because the US dollar is getting weaker. Foreign currencies are getting stronger. So what Goldilocks is sharing is that the strengthening of the US dollar is one. Impact on currency exchange. The increased adoption of stable coins, the passage of the Genius Act, provides a federal regulatory framework for stablecoins, encouraging stablecoins integration into mainstream finance, folks, which could reduce reliance on foreign exchange mechanisms. This allows folks for foreign currencies to even get stronger. Competition in traditional forex markets, Goldilocks is showing. regulatory clarity, all from the White House. Impact on currency exchange. This is what the impact will be. By enabling crypto assets, remember, digital asset regulations that Congress passed, the digital asset working group that President Trump formulated, they will affect the Commodities Future and Trade Commission and all the registered exchanges for all assets, including forex. This could create new forex trading pairs involving various cryptocurrencies, which will increase the cash flow, the liquidity in the forex markets. So you see how all of this, the digital assets, fuel, it provides cash fuel to forex. Yes, foreign currencies. Because these foreign currencies, these countries will no longer continue to rely on the US dollar in trade. But they will begin to utilize their own currencies. Yes, the dinar. Yes, the dong. Yes, the bolivar. Yes, whatever currency you think of. They all will have an impact as a result of what President Trump has implemented with tariffs and digital asset regulations. Goldilocks is sharing the harmonizing of the Commodities Future Trade Commission. What will back our currencies? Commodities. So the harmonizing, the synchronization between the SEC and the CFTC, where they have joined forces. And as a result, it will increase competition in the forex market. All of this is a top-down approach coming from President Trump through tariffs and through these digital asset regulations. Cross-border framework and global market access. This is where our exchanges occur, folks. Cross-border and the impact on currency exchange rates will be seen. In fact, many of our members are reporting their wealth management firms sharing with their clients the impact on forex right now as a result of these tariffs. And of course, digital asset regulations. Folks, the shift has already begun. The power shift away from the US dollar to foreign currencies. See, what Goldilocks is sharing is the impact on foreign currency exchange. Forex in all of these countries and their trading platforms are increasing the demand for their own foreign currencies, which is foreign to whatever country that you're not located in. Digital asset exchanges facilitating crypto digital conversions will impact the forex market as well. See, what Goldilocks is sharing is that the broader implication on currency exchanges, folks, comes from the integration of digital assets into the traditional markets. Digital assets being integrated into the new banking system, supported by stablecoin frameworks. This will increase volatility in the forex markets, competition in the forex markets, demand for foreign currencies in the forex markets. There's a shift in market dynamics. The rise of stablecoins and trading platforms could shift forex and its activity toward more decentralized ways of working. President Trump's working group reports, and they have set the stage for transformation for the U.S. digital asset policies, with significant implications, folks, on foreign currency exchange. By promoting dollar-backed stablecoins, the forex markets will also have dollar-backed stablecoins, but they will use their own currencies in trade. See, the US dollar will still have a major role in the world. It won't just go away overnight. What Goldilocks is sharing is this, finally. There is no way, Goldilocks is stating, that we could have a revaluation in any of our currencies until the digital and the banking sectors were clear on new price mechanisms that will enable all three sectors, digital, paper, and crypto, to synchronize. See, these markets and these sectors are analyzed through artificial intelligence and computed into a set of symmetric numbers that takes into account all three of these financial instruments coming together for a final asset-based price, which is the price, the exchange rate that many of us will see. President Trump's digital asset working group from the digital asset markets, they moved into a position whereby recommendations for implementation can now be brought forth into the global society. This coordinated event, Goldilocks is stating, is laying a foundation for the future of banking and market interactions. We hope you take the time to read and reread what Goldilocks is sharing. What Goldilocks is stating is that I suspect we are not going to see specific dates to call a particular currency out for revaluation due to the nature of the complexity of this event. No specific date. New numbers on exchange rates come from a variety of places. It is important, though, that we keep our eyes on exchange rate changes inside our shipping ports. Close to 80% of our trades on forex will be determined by the movement of goods and services that will calculate new rates on currencies to pay for these services in these shipping ports. Folks, where do you think shipping ports are located? On the water? The tariffs that Trump put on all these countries, where are those tariffs affected and go into effect? On the water. Why? It's through trade. Trillions daily. Trillions. Products in the trillions. Money in the trillions. Traded daily on the water. Through trade. All of these countries are trading in currencies. Folks, forex is mainly calculated and done on the water through trade. The electronic trading of forex, the currencies on the forex market every day, it comes from what happens through trade in these ports, where the most shipments of goods and services is done. I know many of you didn't know that. Probably many of you don't even care. You just want to know the date and the rate. Okay. But do you know where to look? Do you know what to expect? Are you prepared? Do you know where to look? Do you know what to expect? Are you prepared? If you are prepared, with who? Meaning a person that is a banker. Or will you just wait and hope for a notification? If that's what you're going to do, that's your choice. But for those of you who know better, you will get better when it's your time. Stay grounded, beautiful folks.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.